In this video, I'm going to share with you one of my insecurities, which is being topless. Like, I actually don't like being topless. I was just saying to my friends inside, I was like, I've been topless pretty much the whole day, and that's not normal for me. And it's actually something that's interesting because most people look at me and they think, oh, you're in great shape. Like, you've been in shape for the last 6 years, you've been looking like this, and you're still self-conscious. Like, you're still worried. There's like monkeys. There's like a bunch of monkeys out here as I'm doing this video, which I have to be careful of because did monkey just now, I was doing a video and it came here and there was some sugar and it took the sugar and then, yeah, it was just hanging out. So look, they're like fighting, I think. Anyway, so yeah, being self-conscious about having my body out and showing it, it's something that stems back to my childhood, which is, let's see, my childhood, which is, I remember one time I was getting my hair cut, and I was telling my barber something. I forget what I was telling him, but I was sharing with him how, I don't want to brag. I said something like that. And he said, I said, I don't want to blow my own trumpet. And he said,
man, if you don't blow your own trumpet, who's gonna blow it for you?
I can't really do a Jamaican accent, even though I'm half Jamaican. Anyway, I think about that moment all the time because that's something that, I don't know what it is in my family, but I don't know what the event was, but I just feel like, wow, I shouldn't be bragging. Like, I shouldn't be showing off. And that's something that I learned from a young age, right? Again, I'm still looking to see if these monkeys will come and test me, but ain't nobody gonna test me. Anyway, I'm still reminded of that moment because I'm like, where did that come? Like, how did I think that bragging was a bad thing? And this is what my friend told me. She said, bragging is not a bad thing. Like, when you brag, you're not being an idiot. You're not being facetious. Like, you're actually showing people what they want. You're inspiring people. Like, doing this video, I'm inspiring you to be lean like this 24/7, right? And when I look at people who have a great body, I'm also inspired by that. Like, I'm inspired by what's possible for me. Like, similarly, when I look at someone who's really wealthy or got a great family, or they're really a great parent to their children, I'm just like, wow, I'm inspired. So I want to see them bragging and showing off their results more because that inspires me. And that's one of the things that I want people to take away from this is, I'm not bragging. Like, I have to tell myself this, right? Because I'm not bragging if I'm just being shirtless at the pool. Even though I'm in shape, I just actually don't like taking my shirt off, which is interesting because a lot of people that I speak to, maybe yourself included, don't like being shirtless because you're self-conscious about how you look. And this is why I'm making this video, because I believe everyone's self-conscious, even if you're in shape. I think people that are in shape are the most self-conscious, right? But then it's like, why are you working out? Like, for me, I'm not working out to get a six-pack. Like, I'm not even that lean right now. I'm not working out to get a six-pack. Some people go to the gym and that's their motivation, right? Their motivation is to get a six-pack. But that's not my motivation, because I know that the byproduct of me working out will get me the results aesthetically that I want. But it's not the main goal, right? But I understand for a lot of people it is. And a lot of people think that once they get whatever they're lacking right now, so if you can't see your abs, you maybe think, if I can see my abs, my life will be way better. And you paint this picture of how amazing life will be once you get this thing that you're lacking right now. And invariably, most of the time, when we achieve these things that we don't have right now, when we achieve them, we don't experience the same amount of joy that we thought we would, right? And that's the crazy thing about life. Is one of my friends, he said, bro, if I had your body, I would get all the girls. And I said, that's not how it works, bro. But of course, I can tell him that from my reference, my frame of reference, my worldview, and having the results that he wants. But he doesn't have the results that I have. So therefore, he thinks that the reality for him, once he gets those results, will be different. But invariably, it will be mostly the same. But it's like Jim Carrey said. He said, I hope everyone can get rich and famous and get everything they've ever wanted, to realize that that wasn't the answer, right? And it's not enough. So you can't really tell someone who's broke that when they're a millionaire, they're not going to be that much more happy, apart from obviously having their base needs covered and they can, have autonomy over their time. But apart from that, like, you still, if you don't have any purpose, in life and you're just going through the motions, you're not really going to be happy. And so you tell a broke person that and they'll be like, yeah, that's bullshit. But when they get that money, when they become a millionaire, they'll realize that, yeah, it's great, but it's not as amazing. Like, they don't feel that high every day like they thought they would. And so it's only when you have this reality, like when this is a reality, like for example, right now, like if you come to these 5-star hotels all the time, this is just normal for you. It's just normal life, right? It's just like, oh, there's a view, it's the ocean, no big deal. But if this is your first time coming here, you're like, oh, like you'll have an erection for like 12 hours a day. You'll be like, oh my God, this is amazing. But for someone whose lifestyle is this, like look at that bathtub right there. Like if this is your normal life, this is just formality for you, right? And so you have to understand that people that have the results, this is my normal life. Like I'm not showing off. Like whenever you see someone with a great body, in most of the time they're not showing off. I just take off my shirt and walk around. And that's another thing I had to get used to when I started working out and I started getting in shape, is I wasn't used to people looking at me. Like walking into anywhere, I was never used to people looking at me. And when I got in shape, I would walk into 7-Eleven in Thailand and people would start looking at me. And it was uncomfortable for me because I'm like, I'm not used to being seen like that. Like I'm not used to being noticed in general. And that's actually something that was one of the driving forces for me to actually get in shape, was firstly how I feel about myself, and also the respect thing. Like people didn't notice me. When I went to the gym for the first time with my friend, everyone noticed him. People were doing double takes because he was big, strong, ripped, and he was confident, he was well-spoken, outspoken, loud, and people would just look at him and give him respect. And for me, I was standing next to him and no one looked at me. And I thought to myself, he's getting all this respect because he's in shape. People respect someone who's got a great body because they know it takes lots of work and lots of effort and dedication and discipline. And so I actually wanted that respect that he was getting, the power, right? And so now when I walk into a room, well, I say now, but mostly when I was like getting in shape, right? Because I had more muscle back then, because I got injured for a year and I kind of lost a little bit, but I kind of like lost a little bit and went back to just maintaining instead of continuously gaining. But anyway, when I was proper bang on my training, like doing that old ego thing and trying to get the heaviest lifts and all that stuff, like my muscles are way bigger than they are now, and now they're not bad, but before I had way bigger muscles. I was like so weirded out by how many people would look at me, and it was quite uncomfortable because I'm not used to people looking at me. And so I understand when I can relate to people when they feel self-conscious about how they look because they have love handles and maybe they have some rolls. But it's like, look, everyone's self-conscious, man. Like I've been self-conscious about my chicken legs. Like, look, my legs, they're strong, but I think my legs are quite skinny. But it's like, hang on a minute. If my legs can do the things I want them to do, that's all that matters. Yeah, I can make them bigger, but like, are they really that skinny? Like, I mean, they're kind of skinny, but they're strong. Like I can do shit with my legs that other people can't do.
You have big legs.
So it's like I optimize for strength over size, right? And strength is when you increase your meals, the food you're eating, you can put on more size. But anyway, I digress. So the point of this video is to just share my insecurities about being topless, and I guess people judging me, or because another thing about judgment is when people judge you, it's them judging themselves, right? Everyone's judging themselves and they project onto you. So if you judge me, you're just judging yourself, right? So whatever you say about my body, that just reflects back to you. So you judge yourself for your body, so then you're going to judge me, right? So if someone's got skinny legs and you're self-conscious about your skinny legs, you're going to judge the person with skinny legs, for example, right? So it's interesting how judgment works, but I think everything in life is just self-judgment, right? So I'm judging myself, and then I'll go judge others. So for me now, I'm just being more comfortable with just showing people my results, because this is my reality. This is normal for me. That's a big fucking monkey right there. You see that? That's a granddaddy, grandfather monkey right there. Anyway, so I hope you got value out of this video. I know it rambled on a little bit, but basically the point is to just be comfortable sharing your results, okay? And if you're uncomfortable taking your shirt off, just like I am, but you know, I'm gaining more, I'm being more comfortable with that, right? Because I thought that I was showing off, but I'm not showing off. This is my reality, okay? And it's actually inspiring. So when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. And so that's what I want to leave you with. My name is Aaron. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to get lean like me and be lean 24/7, 365 days of the year, and not worry about going on vacation and losing your gains, go ahead and click the link below this video. Learn the 5 secrets to getting in the best shape of your life and maintaining it with my system. And I'll talk to you soon. My name is Aaron. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Click the link below this video. Ciao.